There's a silent movement happening inside you, one that doesn't come from the mind but from something far deeper, the core of your soul. You can't quite explain it to others, yet you feel it like a pulse under your skin. Something is awakening, and even though life might still look ordinary on the outside, your spirit senses a shift that words can't describe. This is what divine alignment feels like, that inner vibration before visible manifestation. You're not imagining it. Your soul recognizes patterns that your human eyes cannot yet see. You've been through seasons where everything felt uncertain, but this current energy feels different. The doubts that used to hold you captive are being replaced with quiet conviction. It's as if a new frequency is being tuned inside you, one that hums with the truth that something incredible is on the horizon. That restlessness you feel isn't anxiety, it's divine anticipation. The same way dawn prepares the world for sunrise, your soul is preparing you for what's coming next. Something inside you already knows your time is approaching. This isn't coincidence, it's confirmation. Chosen one, have you noticed how lately small signs have been catching your attention? Repeating numbers, vivid dreams, unexpected emotions. They're not random. They're divine codes, gentle reminders from the unseen realm that you're on the right path. Your spirit picks up on frequencies that the logical mind often dismisses. It knows when something is aligning long before your circumstances catch up. You may find yourself drawn to certain places, people, or memories without understanding why. These are spiritual breadcrumbs, clues that lead you toward your divine purpose. Sometimes you'll feel an unexplainable peace about something that hasn't happened yet, or a knowing that certain endings aren't rejections, but redirections. That's your inner guidance system syncing with divine timing. When your soul whispers wait, it's because heaven is rearranging the details. Pay attention to what feels magnetically familiar. It's not déjà vu, it's destiny calling you home. Before you took your first breath, a spiritual blueprint was already written for your life. Every challenge, every delay, every breakthrough, all of it was designed to sculpt your soul into divine alignment. You may not see the entire picture right now, but your higher self knows exactly where you're heading. Every detour was preparation for the greatness that's now approaching. Think about the times you were forced to let go jobs, friendships, comfort zones. At the moment, it felt like loss, but now you realize those moments made room for something greater. Your soul has always been one step ahead, preparing you for blessings you didn't yet have language for. When you trust that inner knowing, you stop chasing and start attracting. You begin to flow with divine timing rather than fight against it. Chosen one, your destiny has never been delayed, only developing. There are seasons when God pulls you into silence, and at first it feels like isolation. The phone stops ringing, the opportunities pause, and people fade away. But in that sacred quiet, your soul begins to hear what it couldn't before. It's in silence that you remember who you truly are beyond the noise of expectations and the weight of the world's opinions. Many chosen ones struggle during these seasons because they mistake silence for punishment. But silence is not God's absence, it's His classroom. It's where revelations are whispered and divine instructions are written on your heart. The world measures success by motion, but heaven measures it by transformation. So if you feel forgotten, understand you're not being overlooked, you're being refined. This silence is not empty, it's sacred. Something powerful is being built within you. Before a major shift happens in your life, your emotions often start to tremble. You feel waves of heaviness, deep reflection, and even unexplained tears. Don't mistake this for weakness. It's the spiritual earthquake that shakes away everything that can't go with you. When your soul knows a new chapter is coming, it begins to release the emotional residue of the old one. You may find yourself remembering past wounds, revisiting old pain, or feeling detached from what used to excite you. That's not regression, it's release. Your system is clearing space for new frequencies, new energy, new miracles. The breaking is proof that you're being rebuilt stronger. Like an earthquake prepares the ground for a new foundation, your emotional shakeups prepare your spirit for elevation. Your tears are sacred. They are proof of transformation, not defeat. You've probably noticed how some things just start flowing with little effort lately. The right person calls, an old opportunity reopens, or clarity appears out of nowhere. That's divine timing in action. When your soul has matured enough to hold the blessing, heaven starts aligning everything that once felt scattered. You don't need to chase what's already written for you. The universe operates on divine order, not human deadlines. Every door that opens now will make sense because it's opening for you, not to test you. This is why the waiting was so necessary. The version of you today is finally capable of carrying what you once prayed for. Chosen one. Alignment isn't about doing more, it's about becoming ready. As your soul ascends, not everyone can go with you. It's one of the hardest lessons chosen ones must accept. Some people are attached to older versions of you, versions that tolerated their energy, their patterns, their projections. As your vibration rises, you naturally outgrow those connections. It's not arrogance, it's evolution. When you start noticing distance or disconnection, don't chase after it. People fall away when their chapter in your story ends. It's not rejection, it's divine protection. You were never meant to shrink yourself to keep others comfortable. God is clearing your path for divine partnerships, people who speak your spiritual language, and souls that nourish your calling. Let them go with love. What's leaving is making room for what's real. Have you noticed that old fears, memories, or insecurities have been resurfacing lately? It's not random. When your soul is about to ascend, unresolved energy rises for final release. This is your opportunity to face it without fear, to finally close the cycle. You've already overcome so much, and what's coming up now isn't here to defeat you, but to confirm your growth. The fact that you're aware of it means you've evolved beyond it. You're no longer reacting from pain, you're observing it from wisdom. Old emotions are leaving your system because your next chapter operates on a higher frequency. Don't resist it. This release is your final preparation for what's coming. Chosen one, there's something you can't shake, that inner pull toward your purpose. Even when you try to ignore it, it keeps calling you back. That's your destiny reminding you that you were created for more than survival. You were designed to lead, heal, create, and awaken others through your light. Every talent, every passion, every burden you carry has a divine assignment attached to it. When you align with your calling, you become magnetic not because you're chasing recognition, but because authenticity radiates power. The world doesn't need more noise, it needs more truth. And your soul has been chosen to carry that truth. Follow that pull, it's leading you exactly where you're meant to be. As you ascend spiritually, you'll notice that the world starts feeling different, quieter, slower, even strange. The things that once excited you might lose their spark. The conversations that once entertained you might now feel empty. This is a sign of growth, not loneliness. You're not disconnecting from the world, you're reconnecting with your higher self. The more light you carry, the more sensitive you become to environments that lack authenticity. You begin to crave peace more than attention, solitude more than validation, purpose more than pleasure. You're evolving beyond illusion. This unfamiliar feeling means you're no longer fitting into what you've outgrown, and that's a blessing. Lately, you might have noticed that your emotions fluctuate like waves, one moment peaceful, the next deeply reflective. That's because the energy around you is shifting faster than your mind can process. Your body and soul are synchronizing with higher frequencies. This can make you feel tired, isolated, or even detached from reality at times. Don't be alarmed, it's part of the realignment. When divine change approaches, your spirit begins to shed old vibrations. You'll feel it physically through exhaustion, bursts of emotion, or moments of intense clarity. You may even crave silence more than usual, as though your soul is unplugging from external noise. This isn't depression, it's energetic detox. The frequency you're entering demands purity, peace, and presence. What you're feeling isn't strange. It's sacred evidence that transformation is already underway. There comes a time when all the random events of your past begin to fit together like puzzle pieces. The heartbreaks, delays, losses, and rejections suddenly reveal their hidden purpose. You'll find yourself saying, "Now I understand why that had to happen." That's the power of divine hindsight, when God allows you to see how pain prepared you for promise. You'll realize that nothing was wasted. Every tear watered your next breakthrough. Every closed door saved you from destruction. Every lonely night trained your spirit for intimacy with the divine. When understanding replaces confusion, peace follows effortlessly. The answers were never missing. They were just waiting for the right season to reveal themselves. Clarity is coming, and once it arrives, you'll thank God for every mystery that once hurt to live through. Before major blessings pour in, there's often an eerie calm. Everything slows down, conversations fade, and you feel suspended between what was and what's next. This quiet isn't emptiness, it's the gathering of divine momentum. Heaven works in silence before it manifests in sound. You might mistake this calm for stagnation, but what's happening is spiritual recalibration. Angels are arranging divine appointments, unseen forces are aligning your path, and opportunities are being prepared behind the scenes. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not happening. The quiet phase always precedes the explosion of breakthrough. Stay calm, the stillness you're in is the silence before celebration. Your spiritual senses are heightening. Music feels deeper, nature seems alive, and conversations carry hidden meanings. It's not imagination, it's activation. As your vibration rises, your perception widens. You begin to see beyond appearances, to feel the truth behind energy, and to understand what others can't articulate. This expanded awareness can feel overwhelming at first. You'll pick up on people's emotions, intentions, and spiritual states without trying. Protect your peace during this stage. Spend time in nature, meditate, pray, and surround yourself with authenticity. The more grounded you remain, the more powerfully you'll navigate this awakening. This isn't sensitivity, it's spiritual intelligence awakening within you. Before the promise manifests, there's always a purge. God clears your environment, your habits, and sometimes even your thoughts to make room for what's next. The purge feels uncomfortable because it requires surrender, releasing attachments you thought were permanent. But understand this, nothing truly meant for you will ever be taken away. What's being removed now only carried weight, not worth. You're shedding energetic baggage from past seasons. This isn't loss, it's preparation. Every ending is creating emotional and spiritual capacity for the blessings that require more space. You're not being punished, you're being purified for promotion. When your soul knows what's coming, God begins to send confirmations in mysterious ways. You might overhear a stranger say something that feels directed at you, or a song lyric perfectly matches what's in your heart. These are divine echoes, heaven's way of saying, "You're not crazy, you're right on time." Chosen one, these moments are not coincidences, they are communications. Your spirit is fluent in signs, symbols, and synchronicities. The more you acknowledge them, the louder they become. That sudden alignment between thought and reality, that's divine dialogue. You are in active conversation with destiny, even when you think you're just noticing patterns. Trust your confirmations. They're proof that your soul's radar is fully active. Every chosen one experiences a battle just before their breakthrough. You'll notice spiritual warfare intensify, distractions multiply, and inner doubts rise louder than ever. That's because the enemy always fights hardest right before you win. The resistance is not a sign of failure, it's a sign of proximity. The closer you get to your next level, the more your old fears try to reattach. You might feel unworthy, anxious, or tempted to quit, but that's how the old self tests your readiness for the new. This is your final exam. Hold your ground, keep your faith, and remind yourself, you didn't come this far just to stop now. The pressure you feel means breakthrough is already breaking through. There comes a moment when everything that was meant to destroy you turns into the foundation of your strength. The betrayal that once broke you now teaches discernment. The rejection that once hurt you now fuels your redirection. The pain that once paralyzed you becomes the fire that propels you. That's divine reversal, when heaven turns harm into harvest. The same people who doubted you will soon witness what God builds from your ashes. You're not being restored to where you were, you're being elevated beyond it. Everything that worked against you was secretly working for you, molding your soul for what's next. God never wastes wounds. Every scar is becoming your spotlight. Once your spirit aligns and your lessons are complete, things begin moving quickly. Doors open in clusters, opportunities come unannounced, and blessings chase you down. It's the phase of divine acceleration, where what took years now happens in weeks. That's how the spiritual realm operates when the time is right. This is why patience mattered. Your delay wasn't denial, it was divine synchronization. Everything that once felt stagnant suddenly flows because your energy, character, and frequency finally match your destiny. It's not luck, it's readiness meeting divine favor. When acceleration begins, stay grounded. Don't rush, just flow with faith. Chosen one, when everything finally unfolds, the dreams, the answers, the opportunities, you'll realize something profound. Your soul always knew. Even in moments of confusion, your spirit was guiding you through whispers, intuition, and faith. You didn't manifest this from ego, you aligned it through surrender. You'll look back at every hardship and realize it was never random. Every delay was a seed, every silence a setup, every tear a teaching. This is the moment your human understanding catches up with divine knowing. Your soul recognized this timeline long before your mind did. Now it's here. What your spirit always felt is finally real. Beloved chosen one, your soul wasn't wrong. The signs, the dreams, the inner peace, all of it was heaven confirming what's about to unfold. You've entered a sacred era where your inner knowing meets visible manifestation. This is your season of becoming. If this message resonated with your spirit, take a moment to like this video, subscribe to Anointed Era, and comment below what your soul has been feeling lately. Your words may help another chosen one who's searching for clarity. Remember, your soul already knows the way. Trust it, walk in it, and let the light within you lead the world.